Welcome everyone in this new video, live development about building an auto battle game. So in this video we're going to fix all the problems we had. So I've run a lot of tests on my side offline, but I copy pasted the blueprint folder to keep it the same way we had on the video. So I'm just going to fix live the different problems I found while doing my tests on my side. So we had several problems. The first one being the fact that we don't want, I think we don't want the different values of our players to be all contained within the same structure. So we had all of these variables here, and they are all being replicated by the player values on rep. And I think we actually want several different variables. So we're just going to quickly create them. Team color, linear color, we have team ID like this, it's gonna be an int, and we're also, and that's all we're going to need for now. Player values, we won't be using this for now. Request modify values, this is used to disconnect right now and we don't want that. So this is called here, this is being called here, modify player status. So we're never going to modify the player status like this. Are we calling this elsewhere? No, we're not. If we hit compile, it's gonna be fine. And I think we can, on rep player values, I think we won't be doing this. Get player values, we don't want that. We're gonna hit compile, hit save, delete player values, find out if it's used elsewhere. So it's not, so we can delete that, and we can delete the unwrap variable function like this. So on game left, we actually want to call our game state right away and tell her that we actually left like this. And it's gonna work, and it wasn't working yesterday because in here we're not calling on game left on the proper. We also have to plug this. When we are destroy, we're gonna call on game left, because I think when we server travel we're gonna be using level transition. It's gonna pull out level transition, and we also don't need the event dispatcher we created on leave game. We want to find out where this is called. Bind event, so we're gonna remove that event. We don't need to call the game instant here. So like this. And we want to get rid of the print we had, because there are far too many. So in the out player state, we're not gonna call bad destructions anymore. And in the game state, we're not gonna call player join anymore. And not player left anymore as well. We're gonna do this. And what else do we need? So I'm just checking a paper real quick. So there are two things we need to fix as well, because I tested the game with 3 players in PIE, in play in editor, and I saw build and tried in build mode. And in build mode we had a bug where the player board was failing to create all the players' entry, and that's because if we open up our player board, when we actually bind ourselves to the game state, we are binding ourselves, but if they are all players, if players have already joined and already called the dispatcher, the player board is not going to create entries for them. So we need to fix this. And in order to fix this, the game state has to keep track of which player are online or not. So we're going to do this. So we already have an array called player array. This is not something we created. This is something from Unreal, but we're not going to use this array. We're going to use our own one. So we're going to promote the new player parameter as a variable, delete it, and make that an array. These are going to be online players like this. We're going to grab that. We're going to add a unique online player, which is going to be the newly connected player, and we're going to remove it when we leave the game. Remove item, like this. And it's gonna be easy. In the player board, when we bind to game states, we're gonna create a new function called create existing player entries, which we're going to be calling there. And it's gonna take a game state as parameter, game state BP game state. Actually no, it's gonna take an array of BP out player states, like this. In player states, and we're gonna grab the online players and we're gonna pull that here. And what do we want to do here? We want to loop through all the players which are already in the game, and we want to call on player joined, like this. So it's not supposed to change anything in PIE. So if we hit play, if we create a game, we're gonna have our player entry, we're gonna find the game, and we're gonna join it. So we have our entries, we're gonna leave, and it's working there. But to make sure everything is working, we're gonna play with 3 players, create a game with the server, find games with both clients, and we're gonna join the game and join the game. So we have 3 entries in each window, so that's good, that's what we wanted. And if someone leaves, we only have 2 entries now. And can you join again? Again? Yes, he can. And what if the second player leaves? It's working as well. So this seems to be working. And I wanted to package the game to check in package mode, but in order to be doing this properly, we need to add a little logic in the player controller just to put the game in window mode, because by default when you build a standalone game, it's gonna go full screen and it's bothering, it gives trouble to test. So we're gonna add, when we press O, we're gonna add a console command which says that we want the game to go window mode, 180 and 1080 per 720. So that's what we want to do, and we want to package the project like this. So I've already packaged the project in that folder, so it's gonna go fast. In your case, it might be taking a bit longer to proceed if you're not building on top of another folder where you're already built in. So if we show the output log, we can just clear the log for now, and we'll see how it goes. So yeah, it should do. So this is a warning, not from our project, but actually, oh yeah, unable to find package for cooking in-game mode. Yeah, that's because we're not using it, I guess. So build is successful. So we can open up our build, go there, open up this one, press O to put it in window mode, and we're gonna open 3 of them like this. And the bottom right is going to be the server, so we're going to create game. In here, window might prompt you with a firewall or antivirus window, and you need to accept if you want to be able to join this game. And we're gonna find game with the rest of the players. So we have our player entry, we have 2 player entries and 3 of them, and if we return we have 2 of them, and if we return once again we only have 1. We're gonna find games, and as well in here, we want to return to quit, yeah, find games. So if we join, we're gonna have 2 entries and 3 entries, so it seems to be working. If the host leaves, everyone is kicked and the host can create a game once more. And we're just gonna do this one last test. Okay, so everything looks to be fine. So we're kinda back on track with a proper logic of joining and leaving logic. and that was kind of necessary, and it's way cleaner than before. So we now just need to finish up to re-add some of the logic we deleted regarding player ready, start game, team color, team ID, and that's gonna be for other video. So hope you guys enjoyed that video, and hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.